basically, that's it. So one of the bonuses with Ancestry DNA is you get connected to different people. So one of the people that I need to get reconnected with, because Retta Peoples, she's a Cooper, and she used to be, she actually came, I think, to like the 2006 reunion we had in Tampa. I think it was in 2006. Yeah, I think, yeah, somewhere around there. I think it might be the Blue Shirt, yeah, Blue Shirt reunion. But I lost touch with her and lost touch with a lot of the Coopers on the Cooper side. And I need to get connected with her because she's been, you can see in Ancestry DNA that people have been working on their different trees as well. And they share some of the information they keep private. But I can see, like, through Ancestry DNA that she's been working on her tree as well. And you can see she has the same information. She starts with David Cooper, but she's identified as David Richard Cooper. And then she's got Clara Cooper, we talked about her, right? And then, like, her dad is Richard Cooper. And we'll find out that that's one of the siblings of Clara Cooper. And then there's Rhett Cooper, which I think is her father. So we'll talk about the siblings here. So with the siblings, we have several siblings here. So we have Julia Cooper. We have Marjorie Cooper, who's my grandmother. And to a lot of people is your grandmother or your great-grandmother. Richard Cooper, we just found out. Brett is her son, and then Retta Peoples, who's our cousin.
Wait, say that one time? I don't understand.
Going back. So this is Richard right here.
Yes.
So Retta's the one that posted this. So this is our cousin. I'm not quite sure where she lives. She might live in Chicago.
Okay.
But she's a part of that tree here. So this spans in a different tree. So many of the people here span from the Marjorie Cooper tree.
Okay.
Because that's your grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah. So Richard Cooper, that's her grandfather, or her great-grandfather.
Okay.
Then we have Lenora Cooper, also known as Cookie. So that was another sibling.
No, that's not Cookie.
That's not Cookie?
That's not her
Nikki, what's your mom's name? Nikki.
Nick.
Patrona.
Well, we have Nikki here.
What's your mom's name?
Patrona, Viola Cooper.
It's not Lenora.
Lenora is the other sister. That's Nora. Nora was in New York. Her son is Junie.
There should be 5 girls and 1 boy.
Patrona is the youngest. Lenora is Nora. You had Julia, Eva, Nora. Then you had Richard and Patrona.
Your mom was youngest.
Yeah, Patrona.
Okay, so probably during this census, she wasn't born yet.
No, she wasn't. She was born 1940.
Yeah, so I think this was earlier.
It was just before
I
that.
think it was like 30.
It was 1930 for that one.
Can you add to the tree? Are you able to add to the tree?
I can add to it. I have to get permission, but I can add to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is coming from familysearch.org. And also there's pieces on Ancestry, but and there's Eva Cooper, right? I think they would call her Eva, right? Okay, I got that right. Also Eva Wake, because I think her last name is Wake.
That was her married. Her
That's her
husband's
married
name.
name. So another thing I found, and I mentioned it to a few people over here, is I found this. So one of the records was getting confused because it talked about David Cooper, and it kept talking about, David Cooper was married to Clara Cooper, as we know. But if you look at this record here, this is I think it's like a death certificate. Where it lists the mother's name as Clara Gill. So I started to get confused. I'm like, okay, is this the husband or is this somebody else? And it sounds like it might be somebody else because if you look at the certificate, you can see that the date of birth was August 19th, 1920. and then the date of death was August 30th, 1928. So I don't know if this was a child that was born initially, maybe it was the first born and was named after the father and then passed away the same year. So this is just some information census, and then you can't really read it, so I'll read it to you, but there's a lot of census information that's put out there that you can take a look at. Like in the 1920 census, you can see that David Cooper was head of household. He was 24 at the time. Clara was his wife, she was 19. And then you have Marjorie, who was, she was around two and a half. And then Eva was 10 months old at that time. Yeah, so then you get to 1930, you'll see that Harriet Gill became head of household. So I don't know if something happened between then where maybe David Cooper, I don't know if he passed away, but he seemed like he was no longer head of household. And she was head of household at 50 years old. And then Clara Cooper was 28. Then you have Julia, you have Marjorie, you have Eva, Richard, and then Lenora. And then in the 1940, Clara Cooper is now the head of household. And she's 38. I'm assuming Harriet Gill, the grandmother, started to get older. She was at 68 at that time. And then you had Julia, Eva, Richard, and Lenora. And you notice that Marjorie dropped off. So I'm assuming she got married by then and maybe she was at another household. So Marjorie Cooper Alexander. So Marjorie was my grandmother. A lot of kids over there was your great grandmother. Marjorie Cooper. She was born 1918. This event date, the census, 1920. The event place was in Miami-Dade, Florida. So I think from what I've read so far, she spent most of her life in Miami. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm looking at the old people here.
As far as we know.
Yeah, I know she was definitely born here. She wasn't born in Nassau. She was definitely born here, but most of their time she was in Miami. Another census here that I got in 1950, you can see head of household was Ernest Alexander, so she married Ernest Alexander, so he was the head of the household at that time. And you had Marjorie, who was his wife. So at this time, Ernest was 33 years old, Marjorie was 32. Then you had the kids. They had a son, Henry, that was, he was 8 years old at the time. You had another son, Raymond.
Point out the children, Henry's
I
children.
probably should point him out. Actually, why don't you raise your hand?
Yeah.
Henry Alexander. Oh, there we go. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm not. I don't think I put the question mark. I just saw Dan ain't going no more.
Yeah. And then we have Raymond. Children of Raymond Alexander. We got one. Child with one over there. Okay, and then we have Sandra, who was a daughter. She was 3 years old at the time. So children of Sandra Alexander. There we go. We got some two here.
You said kids.
And then Barbara, who was 1 year old. So just party of one right here. Yeah. So they're basically there are 4 kids here. Of course, you see there's one that's missing because this is since the 1950s. So we're missing a baby, which is Nadine Alexander. So she came later after the census. So.
And then the other baby, maybe.
There was another baby. Clara. Yeah, named after Grandma.
Do you know where she's buried?
I
I
don't.
do believe she's buried in Brown Sub. There's a cemetery in Brown Sub where Papa and Marjorie live. And I think she's buried there.
Is there a son or?
That I don't know. She died at 6 months old. She was christened, contracted pneumonia, and that's what she died from.
And she was the oldest?
She was the oldest. Yeah.
Where's that picture? I have a picture of that.
Yeah, I know she did.
In the casket.
What was the casket? I think she was in the casket.
You guys have pictures, just send them my way. I'd love to collect them. So one of the things that we're trying to do is I'm trying to get back into putting together the family tree again. So I'm trying to source some stuff right now. So we're gonna try and pull together some information, because I have some information I haven't touched. I'm gonna show you something in a second, but I haven't touched it since 2006, because I had 2 kids and then that was but I'm gonna get back on that. We have some stuff with Percy. So Percy Alexander, you guys know Percy Alexander. So Percy was really into researching the Alexander side. He has a lot of information about the Alexanders, so we're gonna get some information there. I think Lisa is gonna help out with that. Lisa Alexander is gonna help out with that. I'm probably gonna get Nikki to help me out with the Cooper side and get that information. So maybe we'd like to reach out to Retta and try and dig up that part of the tree as well. So.
That's her daddy and
All right.
Cardian right there.
So that's what I have for the Coopers. So I'm going to turn over to the Alexanders right now. And it's going to be an eye chart because it's really small. So I'll do my best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a chart here. So I'm going to show you a family tree. And we're going to try and figure out where everybody is at in terms of that family tree. Because I don't even know where people come off. I don't even know if this is the right tree or not. So I'm just going to show it. And people can go, hey, that's not right. I can't fix it right now, but you come to me later, we'll figure it out. So give me 1 second here.
Well, I told Danny my glasses because I can't see nothing.
I can't either. You got me.
Okay, so this is where I think we start, and I need the Alexander folks to help direct me in the right direction here. But I think we start with Jerry Alexander. This is where my tree starts, with Jerry Alexander.
You're on the right tree.
So from there, I have it connected to William Alexander.
That's Leslie. That's Leslie.
This is Leslie?
Yeah, that's Leslie's name is Whitney.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then, this is where it explodes, so I don't know if this is right or not.
Where were these people? Where
So,
In Hartford.
she know one.
yeah, she knows when I do.
Leslie. Okay, do you know Sharon Bordeaux? Any of you know Sharon? Okay, so you remember Herbert Alexander?
Yeah.
Okay, so Herbert Alexander, Jake Alexander, Leslie, who's William Leslie, and they're all brothers. So Rufus was his grandfather was Jerry Alexander. So there should be a Rufus on there as well. It is
There
Jerry.
it is, it's just connected wrong.
So that's Percy's father. And Rufus was an only child. But so he and Leslie and Herbert and Jake, they, instead of being first cousins, they acted more like brothers. So, but Rufus really was a first cousin. And so then you had Bessie and them should remember Leslie and Jake, because they came to all of the meetings in Hawthorne and back in the day, because that's where I met them, back here. They weren't reunions, they were just gatherings
Okay.
here in Hawthorne. And Leslie has a daughter right now that lives in New Haven. Her name is Sharon Bordeaux. She told me to tell everybody hello. But her husband is 95 and he's in good health, but they don't travel like they used to. Billy Alexander is the baby boy. He lives in New Haven as well. He's not doing as well. He has some health issues as well. Jake and his wife Sandra passed. I don't know the dates. I can give you the dates later. But they were living in Haight-Ashbury in California. They have a son named Jelani Alexander who lives in Seattle, works for Boeing. Absolutely beautiful person. So he's one of your cousins. And he lives in Seattle. When we found out we were going to cruise in Alaska, we had not seen Jelani since he was a little boy. But to show you that love of family, he took off the whole day, met us at our hotel, and just took us around Seattle. He has his mom and dad's spirit. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Herbert Alexander used to be a dean of academics at FAM. His wife, Lucille Alexander, still lives in Tallahassee. She's ill right now. Has two daughters, have multiple daughters, Aurelia, Carucha, Aquilina, and the other twin. And they live, when I go to Tallahassee, I check on them, but she's not doing well right now. But beautiful, the Alexander family, I would always say, Percy and I was together for 39 years. I feel like he loved his family. So a lot of our dating and traveling involved going to cemeteries and being connected. So the information, this is Percy's daughter, Yvette, and Percy Jr. lives in California. We raised our children as blended family, so Cedric lives in Jacksonville. And so the Alexander family on that side is very strong. Percy has it well documented and all the pictures. So I passed it on to Yvette and she'll pass it on to Dana. So, and Bernita. And we'll make sure that everybody has everything. I have boxes and boxes of pictures. Somehow, when Ruth, I don't know, on here, on Rufus Alexander, Rufus' mom was a Lions. Is that Lions piece in there? And the reason why I was bringing that up, he has all the pictures, the death certificates, the wedding certificates. We went to Salt Lake at the Mormon Tabernacle. That was one of our trips. And that's one of the best documented pictures. Everyone would do a great trip. Not only is Salt Lake just beautiful, but the Mormon Tabernacle, when they indoctrinate the young people into being a Mormon, their mission is to do a genealogy type of mission. So they track people and put data everywhere. And they have a lot of data. So if there's something that you want to find out about your family, it's easily tracked now, better than it was when we first started. But Percy documented a lot, and I have loads of it. Books and pictures and everything. And I'm sorry, I just get a little touched about that. But anything you want to know, let me know. But if I have it, I'll give it to you.
Alexander's out of Fort Pierce, do you know?
Yes, okay, so Percy is from Fort Pierce. Rufus, Fort Pierce. And Rufus, his brother, Rufus was the oldest brother. Margie was the other daughter. And all of them are now deceased. Dawn, Rufus Alexander's, Rufus' youngest daughter, Dawn, and his son, Montague. Dawn was gonna come, but she found out her fiance, they just had an emergency. The baby just came last night. And instead of coming here, they're going on their way to Charlotte, North Carolina this morning. So she texted me first thing this morning. But she lives in Tampa somewhere, near Tampa. So that's his baby daughter. And, but yeah, the Four Piers Funeral Home is still thriving. Sarah's Memorial, Percy's mother name was Sarah, who married Rufus. They were in the funeral home business, so they still have a thriving funeral home in Fort Pierce.
Wait a minute, all of who you named, they come underneath William?
They're all, it's like this. William, I would tell you, William is Leslie. Leslie, I'm assuming William Alexander is Leslie Alexander. They called him Leslie. I would tell you, somebody needs to get in touch with Sharon, his oldest daughter, but she has to be getting up there too now. And I spoke with her for a long time yesterday. So she lives in New Haven, beautiful girl, and will probably be real helpful to give you information. She can tell you about William. Then there's Jake and Sandra. They're only living. I don't know if they had any other children. I just know Jelani Alexander, and he's in Seattle. And then and someone was Herbert out that line. So all three of them on the same line, and so you have Aurelia and Karucha and all of them. I was hoping that they were going to come.
Yeah, so it sounds like it may be off because under William, if you're saying maybe Leslie Alexander, and I have that person connected to Maddie Monroe.
Which one?
Maddie Monroe, William Alexander to Maddie Monroe.
What's under there?
So under there, it just kind of explodes. So there's Alexander, there's Rufus Alexander, there's another William Alexander, Sophie Alexander.
I remember all those names, but I don't think I remember.
Uncle Frank lived here in Hawthorne, and Sophie, we were supposed to take you out to her house if it hadn't rained. Lived the area what we call Johnson Crossroads. Her house is still out there, and Bessie was supposed to take us out there. If it clears up and we still have time, maybe we can go out there. Yeah, but they passed away in the 80s.
So yeah, Mabel Alexander, Mary, Rita, Julia, Manuel? So Manuel Alexander.
I don't know. There was three Rufus the third was good. Rufus the second was
Yeah, so she's all the way over here, so.
And then
I haven't got to it yet. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there.
Jerry.
So we have Manuel Alexander, so there is, under here, he was married to Catherine White. And then we have Jacob Alexander. Now, I don't know if that's Jake or not. I don't know if that's Jake.
What's the name?
I think it's Jacob.
Yeah, that's Jake. That's Jake. That's the one that lives in Cape Asbury.
Right. Married to Sandra Alexander.
And that's Jelani's mom.
Okay. And,
Jake is the one with.
Yeah, Jake died about maybe 10 years ago.
That's Jelani's dad.
Jelani's dad.
His mom is still with us.
No, his mom died too, about maybe in 2006.
How old is Jelani?
Jelani has to be about 55. if he's that old. He's in early 50s, maybe 51.
Only child?
They had a huge extended family, and I never knew, but I think the two of them only had John.
Okay. Yeah, then there's like a Herbert Alexander.
That's Herbert from here, Tallahassee.
Okay. And then a William.
Oh yeah, he was the pastor. He sure was.
Okay.
Now, the other William is also Billy. That's William. He's still living. And yeah, he was dean of student affairs or academic affairs, one of those.
Okay, and under him I have Kenneth Hall, I have
All of those.
Cedric Alexander, Daniel Alexander, another William, there's a lot of Williams, Alexander.
Damon,
Oh,
how
yeah.
did that drop down? All of that long line you went through, is that all the same generation? They're all related?
So these are all connected, all these below are connected to William Alexander.
That long road, those are
This long road
They're all-
here is connected to William Alexander. I'm sorry, this is the way the computer program put it together at the time. But like I said before, if you bounce back up here, there's a lot of people. I'll stay up here. Because there's a Julia Alexander, there's Manuel, and then it keeps going.
Are those spouses of the
Manuel
line
was in
below?
Miami. I remember going.
These are the inheritance of these particular people that were on that level. So there's William, and then there was all these other children from William. Yeah, so here, for instance, we have Jerry Alexander here. And this goes into the family underneath Jerry Alexander. And then you keep going over, you get to Alfonso. I think we have a lot of Alfonso Alexander
Brothers.
here as well. And so we'll get to Carolyn and Bessie are under there. And then if we keep moving over, then we have Marie Alexander. And so we have a lot of Marie Alexander people here as well that are underneath Marie Alexander. Yeah, so under Marie, the only person I have under Marie Alexander as a child of Marie is Bernice Alexander, who was my grandfather, who was married to Marjorie Cooper. And then we start to break out from there, the children that they have underneath there. So I don't know if you want me to go under all these, because we could be here for a few hours going through all of these trees. But,
You might want to ask people.
yeah, but I like to go through the Alfonso, at least the Alfonso tree, because I don't know much about the Alfonso tree. So since I have the Alfonso folks here, maybe, can Alfonso folks raise their hands to look at the Alfonso tree? Okay, we got two. All right, we got two. We got one in the back. All right.
I just know where I come from.
Yeah, so you guys have to correct me because I haven't done this since 2006, 2007, so some of this might be off. But Carolyn, I have you. Carolyn, I have you tied to Willie Jenkins. Okay. And then I have a Kimberly Henderson. Okay.
And then Craig Jenkins.
And then who?
Craig.
Oh, Craig, that's right, Craig. Okay, Craig was probably born after I did this, maybe. Or not, or maybe I missed him, I don't know.
Kim was my mom.
Kim is your mom?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's her daughter. But
Okay.
that's my mom.
Under there, I have a Brandy.
That's her daughter, oldest daughter. I'm the second oldest. My brother here be coming in, which is Uriah, but we call him Tudor.
Okay. Because I had a Uriah Seymour, is that?
Right, that's him.
Okay. And then a Royal. Oh, that's you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, Uriah Seymour, okay.
So there are 3 on the camp.
Dude, I have 3.
Yeah,
Dr.
so-
Kim.
Yeah, and then me, I had 2.
Oh, wait, this line's going out. Wait, hold on. No, I do have Craig. And I have an Ashley Waits. Okay. There's another line going out. Give me a second. I have an Arshad Jenkins.
That's Craig's son.
That's Craig's son. Okay. Is he coming? Or? Okay. Craig will be here though. So.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Our child has 6 children.
Oh, wow, okay. It's going to be updated again. All right. So moving across from Carolyn, I have another William Alexander. And Andy Jones.
Uncle Jay.
William? That's your brother. Okay, and then there's Petra Alexander. Petra, sorry, Petra. And Lisa. And Lisa was there, she was over there. Okay. All right. Lisa's coming back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, moving across, I have it's like a Leroy?
Hello, Craig.
Oh. Okay. Leroy Alexander. Then I have Annie Alexander and Roger Doris. That's Annie Doris. That's Annie Doris. Okay, that's Annie Doris. Okay.
When did she die?
Yeah, recently, right? Yeah. I thought. Okay. They moved, but she was up here when she passed. So I have Karen under her Sterling Wade.
Doris passed. Annie Doris passed. When did she pass?
Last year.
Oh, last year. Okay. So under here I have Sterling Waiters. That's one of her sons. Okay. Keith Hall. Okay. Roger Hall.
1 year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
November. That was last year was 2023. She died 2022.
All right. Then we have Bessie. Everybody knows Bessie. She's here somewhere, right? Okay, she's somewhere. All right. I think that's all I have for that branch. And I know that branch has grown, so we have to add. Yeah. Was anybody not called out who's in that branch? Okay. Oh, this is pretty okay. All right. We'll do the Marie. Like I told you before, I haven't done this since 2007, so there's a lot missing. I know. So I got Brandon Alexander and Marjorie Cooper. So I'm going to hear. I did not. No, that's somebody else. So this is long. Okay, easy. Start with Barbara. So. Okay, so basically Barbara Alexander, she has one son, one great son. That's me. I'm married to Julie Dominguez Jones, and then my kids here, Lisette, she's wearing her hand, and then Devin, Des Jones there. And then we have Sandra Alexander, or Sandra Johnson, who married Roy Johnson. So there we have Valerie Johnson. Raise your hand. And then under her, she has, okay, let me read them out. So Aramis is not here. So Aramis St. Laurent is not here. Christian St. Laurent, raise your hand. Remy St. Laurent. Then we have Gabriella Harris, call her Gabby. Okay, I didn't miss anybody, right? I got one. Okay. Then we also have under Sandra Alexander, we have Dina Johnson, or Dina Jones, married to Tony Jones. Under her we have Anderson Jones, who is not here. And we have Michaela Jones. All right. We also have Nadine Alexander. Nadine did not have any kids. Just checking. I don't say that. Make sure everything is true. This is the record. Everything's on the record. Okay, all right. She said, okay, you're confused. All right.
Follow the bouncing ball.
Ernest Alexander. Lois Porter. Lois Porter? No. Yes. So we have Bernita Alexander, who's married to Stanley Nelson, also Bernita Nelson. Stanley Nelson. All right. Her kids, Isis Nelson. And then we also have Lorenzo Nelson, who's not here right now. Moving along, we have Vincent Alexander. We have the time.
This is my wife, does not add yet.
Thank you. She was not married at the time.
Yeah, she wasn't married at the time.
She holds up the ring.
She wasn't great family.
She is married.
I had to hang it up. It starts raining. I'm just gonna get crazy.
All right, yeah, so Vincent Alexander. So, from Lieutenant Gunn, we have Keitra Alexander, Keitra is not here right now. I actually messaged her this morning, asking why she wasn't here.
Yeah, me too.
We'll get back to her. Keitra is not here.
So let me ask you, do you get a box added if you're married? If you're not married, you get a box added?
He didn't know. He but he didn't know Henry.
If you're not married?
He didn't know.
You still get a box.
Okay.
Yeah, you're married, not married.
You got a name. Yeah. He just said Lois, but he didn't say Henry. That's not how.
I just asked you.
It's Lois and
Now I can understand
Henry.
love, but if you're not married, do you get a box?
Like, well, I guess they young was married, so I should have added, because she was married to
Without mentioning Henry.
but yeah, if you're not married, you still get added,
Yeah, but you didn't mention Henry.
Yeah, I think he needs, there's some talk over here. I think he needs to go back to the top on Henry.
Yeah, you didn't mention Henry. You said Lois, but you didn't mention. You said Ernest. Okay, we missed it. My bad. We missed it.
I didn't say the name, but yeah, it's not Henry.
I know. 'Cause, yeah, you first was saying. I get what you're saying.
All right, moving over to Barbara Walker.
William is over here.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
We
got
have another
a
Ernest,
tree over here.
goes by Renard. Alexander. All right, so I have Amber, who is not here. I got her about
Going with your kids.
Yeah, we're gonna jump back up again. Yeah, we're gonna jump back up. So, Aaron Alexander. I have Quentin. And I have Cardan, and I forgot to mention your little boy, Marcel Alexander.
He would be the fourth version. Yeah, Cardan's the fourth version.
Oh, you're a artist too?
I am.
Yeah, and obviously I'm missing some people, so you want to introduce?
Yep, I'm married. This is my wife, Valencia.
Nice to meet you.
My daughter is Zira. And I have a son who's at home, and his name's Hassan.
Okay, great. And also, if I miss anybody, just let me know. So. I actually got to find out who those two are over there. The little ones over here.
My two little.
Those are your two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Corbin, Easterling, and Soraya Easterling.
Oh, okay.
Just, that would be the same, no, your kids are happy.
No.
Just to add to it, so you know, going in that succession, that's my granddaughter, which would be our father's our father's great-granddaughter. Great-granddaughter.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Two great.
Okay, moving along to Carmen Alexander, who's not here. She's married to John Moss. So that's Renard's sister. So she had John Moss. Is it good by Junior? John. No, John Junior. Just John. Yeah.
John Moss is looking at just John Moss.
Just John Moss. Okay. And then Gabrielle Moss.
He's not the third one?
No.
John's daddy was John Moss.
Technically.
John.
Okay. Gabrielle Moss. Where did she live?
She couldn't get off.
Coming off work? Am I missing? Am I missing something? Okay. Anybody post 2007?
Actually, Carmen is with a case, not a key.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, there's that. I'm about to back up again to Raymond Alexander.
He's not taking any notes.
Who married Carol Alexander. Carol.
I'm trying to. I'm capturing me.
And they had one child, Renita Alexander. Yes. You have any children? No children right now?
No children.
Okay, so just for the record. All right. I think that's it. Did I miss?
No. Daddy had another wife. Her kid.
Her kid.
That's right.
Married him.
Wait.
No, we forgot her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she came with children. She came with 3 children, Tina, LaShanta, Davis. But they were not Raymond. They weren't here. But he married Marion. When were they married?
Yeah, when were they married?
Mark had the answer.
I don't think that was.
In Florida, they came here. He's
Okay. We'll get to that.
We're gonna have Maurice say grace so we can start serving the food.
Okay, that's great because I'm done. So.
Oh, ow, not funny.
And we really thank everybody again for coming. I do have to leave tonight after we get done, or before we get done, because I am applying for a church, and they're allowing me to preach tomorrow in Fort Peters. So if you are on your way home or want to see my message, you can find me on Facebook under Oasis Living Water, or YouTube under Pastor Maurice Alexander. I go live every Sunday at 8 a.m. But tomorrow I'll be preaching at Greater St. James in Fort Pierce at 10 a.m. And so we want to pray and ask God to bless everybody this year until we get together again. I'm tentatively saying I would like to host it in 2 years, if that's when we're going to get together again. And before you leave, I know we were taking everybody's picture. If you didn't get your picture of your family taken, we had asked Sis Nikki if she would take everybody's picture, and I know Benita was doing the same. And we just want to continue the love. If I didn't get your contact information, if you come over here, give us your physical address, email address, so we can make sure we stay in contact. Let us pray. Our Father and our God, we thank you for this food. We thank you for this fellowship. We thank you for those who came from across the country, those who came from South Florida, and everywhere in between. And we thank you, God, that you have given us not only a family tree on earth, but a family tree in heaven, that we're connected spiritually through your Son, Jesus, that he died and rose again with all power. We ask that you bless this food, bless the hands that prepared it. We ask that you would keep us to go safely back home and to stay in communication with each other. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen. Amen.
All right, we're gonna start with the elder people. And nobody else wants to move.
We did that yesterday, didn't we? Bobby. Bobby, are you home?
Oh, let's take pictures.
Renard. Rainer, because we're going to take a picture with you. Then you're gonna have more work to do.
I would like to look at it online.
Brandon, come here.
You know how you have to
I picked up names, but I don't know like how to fit. That one was the one that was, yeah. I got lost with that one. And then not the one that brought it's the one you I think that might be Jillian. Yeah, that's probably Jillian. I want to say it was I don't know if it's the same, but it's Sharon Thomas.
So you in college now?
Yeah, because
Talk to her.
I had some
So you picked it up on your grandfather's side and you live there.
No. Well, let me tell you, Nadie's birth certificate shows Lady Dorset, not me. Really? She got, I just saw a picture of it. That's what I'm I want to know that side of it. It's Dorset. Because her name is South Alexander, but you got another round. That round two said.
It was for you're not an elder.
I need
Let me go get Bobby. Look, Zero ain't playing. Please wait for her. Zero said,
Yeah, in the car,
what do you mean? They're getting their plates. They're in line to get their food. You already got your food. Here, come on, sit down. I can't believe it. All these people that have everybody else is good. All of these. Everybody has everything.
Where'd you get this one? No, I go to I'm much more of a worker than a person, so yes, it works my best.
We'll see what time it's going to get here.
Yes.
For a break or something.
Yes, hopefully, yes. That's how
Dad!
Oh, it's classic.
I think that was a lady. Would you like to get your plate, babe? Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Would you like to get your plate?
I did.
Okay, let's do it.
We're first up. We're first up. So our kids are what?
But the barbecue chicken and the ribs are gotcha. Okay. I messed up. What happened? I got the fried chicken. And it was the fried chicken. I realized that all the other stuff was at the end, so no, that's She's your third cousin.
All right. You're doing all right? Good.
I saw it yesterday. See somebody
I didn't. Where were they? Where were they? Oh my gosh, I didn't even see them.
Their first cousin.
We all discussed.
My
Are they the first one? They're the first one.
I'm right there. You want Yes.
All right, have fun, honey.
Ginger ale, great, normal cola and water.
I'll take a normal cola.
Cola?
Did I hear you say your theme was duality? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm trying to write it down for the family tree. It's like too many names. Oh, you mean and Z-E-R-A. And then yours. Okay, A-L-C-N-C-I-A. Okay, and then your son was here with Sean. Yes, he does. I got it. I'll put him in parentheses because I will not remember. And it's rough. R-A-R-E. Okay.
Because you're not the regular.
So
They're the kids of the first cousin.
So I'm Damon's mom. And her mom
First
in the gray jacket. Oh.
It's just the kids of the first cousin.
Yes. Yes, he does. Yes.
Not deep enough.
All right, I got it now.
We are currently near the Sacramento area. So Sacramento would be the big city there. We're literally we're like a suburb. So Elk Grove, which is south of Sacramento. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. We're kind of very centered. So like from where like Sacramento is like about 3 hours to Tahoe. It's 2 hours to what do you call it? To Napa, to San Francisco, San Jose. So we're kind of really central.
Yosemite.
A little further, yeah. First thing I taste. The management.
That's good, right?
Actually, miss the rice.
Oh, yeah, that was the new dish. That's the
Yeah, I miss it.
I don't do it.
That's smart right there. With the flavor.
You know there's some microwave?
right there. I'm saying
Oh, okay. I'm driving through there on the way up from Orlando.
Okay, yeah.
I saw Silver Springs. I was confused because it said Ocala Silver Springs.
That's one of the main roads. Ocala, so it used to be in the front part, it's like Silver Springs is the front part where the national park is. And it's like right by Ocala. Sometimes they say both.
I know they have a name, but they have a spot on the map.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a part of the outskirts of Ocala.
Gotcha. I remember when I was looking for things to do, that kept popping up and kept saying so much means this, so much means that. I'm like, is that what it is? This is nice up here. I mean, being away from Orlando, Orlando here is pretty busy. Yeah.
Oh, so you guys live out this way?
We live in Ocala.
That's not that far from.
Yeah, that's outside.
Whoa, I lived
Almost an hour. Sunnyvale, California. Yeah. I was in St. Louis for about 10 years, but I've been there in California.
I'm gonna more roles. She's more.
I would get water.
I grew up in the Bay Area. Here, San Francisco.
Were you in any like little
Yeah, so the last biggest one we had, I was in car driving over there.
Does. We have the Sierra, so
So
we're about an hour and a half away from us. Because it snows in the Sierra.
we're waiting for the
But it's
next one.
different.
You know, we get cameras every now and then, mostly in Southern
We do,
California.
we do.
Yeah, northern nothing. I know. That's the biggest thing. I don't know about the
It's interesting because it's almost like every universe. Northern California, there's still a lot of like trees.
I do not want to get caught.
What did they do?
The middle part of California is pretty much all
Or you go
a great deal of like produce
Charlie Cars, well not Charlie Cars.
probably comes from that area. Yeah, exactly. Probably like this area here. Then when you go further south to LA, San Diego, there's concrete jungles.
Oh my God.
Movie stars, big buildings, yeah, lots of traffic. Right, but it's fun. That's not going down the gas. Yeah, hanging out, exactly.
How old are you? You're 6?
We're about an hour and 45 minutes from San Francisco. So it's a great versus if you were in Jacksonville's like 3 hours. Right. Okay. 4.5 hours. So that's kind of far out for us. You still have to do the 24 hours. When I just kind of travel around the central area. 3 days, 4 days. Like you'll do 24, 48, 24. But it always
I can know my schedule for that. And then you also have your vacation days and family days and stuff like that. So we end up working like 10 days a month. But after all the vacations and stuff, it's not too bad.
She was fine, but she was. Isn't this your first family?
I remember one at Daytona one time, but I don't know.
That was the day. That was
Okay.
That was
everything takes Yeah.
That's why you. I made all of them.
Nothing good to hear, huh? No, I'm leaving.
He got knocked out of the field. He got knocked out.
Wasn't I going on a story about that?
That was his son. You're nosy. She likes to. We have a way to sit because she likes to people watch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that.
She's like 80%. We are the world. But he got put on the lick his fingers. Tell me and she thinks it's so loud. And it's like it's backwards. Remember, he dropped his tongue. But picked it back up.
It's all work ethic.
Still, I'm not the only Mom was there. Then she was here. She over there. That's good.
I told the kids to share their location with me. I said, I promise I won't like stalk you or anything, but I just like to know. So Devin still has it on when he's even in Arizona.
We drive an hour and a half out and we hit the Sierras and you start getting over the skiing. You just feel like pine trees and wintertime the snow is in the palm trees. Sorry, not palm trees, sorry, palm trees. Pine trees, pine trees. Yeah. You do have palm trees. California palms, a little They can get super tall, yeah. I think the ones that they're pretty around here. Yeah, ours are like big weeds. Like big tall weeds.
Like all kinds of things. You have such a climate change.
Yeah, it's dry, really high out there.
Their house is so
It's like what I was saying. We didn't have so many fires because I think because most of the trees are getting older, it's starting to die. And I think we never really got rid of those trees. They grow and die. They become kindling now. And it's just like every year, seeing out the parks on fire, we have some, what are the big ones, the big red ones? The sequoias, yeah, like the sequoias got burned.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last year. Those have been around forever. Basically, like the size of this room.
I was gonna say, you drive a car through it, right?
Yeah, you can drive a car through it, which is huge. But yeah, we almost lost it. Quite a few of them. Yeah, you definitely have to visit.
So when y'all got out of the airport, the doors open, how that heat feel here? Can you feel the humidity right away?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because we can
taste it.
Yeah, because where we're living, it's hotter than here, but it's dry heat. So it's like there you step out and you're like, your skin is burning. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, here it was like, this is the first thing we noticed, the humidity.
It's like you're swimming through this air.
Yeah.
When we went to Vegas, we went during a cooler time, but we could tell the difference in the weather.
Same weather almost. Where we are.
Yeah. We took a shower and you go out and you're like, to see.
Yeah, it's like everything is different because where we are, it is hot. It's like 110.
Oh yeah, no.
It is 110.
Yeah, because we don't have any, humidity, so we don't have the humidity index. Yeah.
But it's different because when you go like to San Francisco area, which is a little bit lower, it's a lot cooler because it's on the Pacific Ocean. So I mean, there it could be like 50.
It's like 20, 30 degrees cooler than we are. Just about under 2 hours.
2.5 hours. But we're more in the middle of California, and that was like right on the coast. But if you can go down to like into San Diego, it's like maybe like 70 to like 80 degrees for the entire winter, summer. Hey, Snaggle too.
I think it would be here. Because not only that, you still have to add the humidity index, and you probably feel like you can't breathe. That's what I was thinking. How do you breathe? Yeah. Okay, so it's not like that. No, like you're just on fire. You walk out and you're just like, hands on.
You do get dehydrated pretty quick.
Yeah, because I'm from Chicago, so like the summers are hot, over there.
Y'all been in California how long? Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
I'm up for
I'm so scared of those Californians. I feel like somebody will have to visit.
Yeah, the one I felt was like a 7.
It's a play.
It was a 7. It wasn't shaking as much. It was like a rolling. You could feel it more rolling like this. It was scary. This way.
We haven't had one, at least I've never been to one that big. I mean, I've only been in California in a while. Since I was 18 when I went to college. That's when I went there. Yeah.
They build them that way. It's like even if there's not an earthquake and there's just wind blowing, everything will feel like a house. Like
they built it a lot in that area. Even all the counterweights and shifters and all this type of stuff to help.
Yeah, they got the You don't see a lot of like break home. Those will come after anyway.
That's true. Gas prices trucking better here than there.
Over there, it's getting close. Like they ended during the summer and it was great.